One of the things, though, I would like to see is more money put in education for the future. We have a habit of educating based on history and not being a futurist in terms of where should our workforce be, who do we need, what skills do they need, and what they should be taught.
I think that I am concerned that when we talk about growth industries in Jamaica, we speak of business processing centers. We speak of BPO and tourism as the growth centers and growth sectors of Jamaica's economy, while at the same time recognizing that these are, just like the garment industry, while important, lower level skilled jobs. We have our best and our brightest, those who have had access to tertiary education subsidized by the people of Jamaica, now answering phone calls and sounding bright and answering low-level basic questions. So I am concerned that what hinges on the growth of Jamaica is something along the lines of business processing or tourism, and tourism is declining as we speak. Just 2 years ago, when Cuba was opening up, we took a look at our tourism product and recognized that we would not be able to compete. And I think that continues in 2018, a recognition that our tourism product is not as fancy as it could be, and crime and corruption eat a huge chunk of that. With regard to your point on education, business processing and its taking of our tertiary graduates also means that there are less of them to go around for other growth sectors and industries. After all, we are planning for a future that is not yet here.
We need to take a when you talk about the economy, you're talking about 3 years, the digital revolution that is happening here, I'm not sure when it comes to robotics, when it comes to IT, when it comes to what's going to happen. We tend not to plan in advance. So when it comes to the growth that we have, we can get much better growth if we're planning for the jobs to grow the economy and what skill set we're looking for. So we should be talking to our high school students. We should be looking at our primary school students, our early childhood students. I mean, these kids now have one thumb doing everything. But are we training them for the jobs that we expect to grow the economy? So when you talk about private sector, they too need to be efficient with IT.
If you are expected to get a BPO job and keep it for 5 years, you are not able to see the sorts of increases in your and your family's wealth. With the access of social media, people are now able to see a level of wealth in Jamaica that is never before seen. While you may have understood that the house in Cherry Gardens had nice things, you are now able to see the pictures of the very, very full refrigerator and the very, very nice floors in a way that you never saw before. And therefore, that wealth is not only wealth inequality on paper, it's the feeling of lack that is getting greater as time goes on. And so educating for the future and having those individuals be part of that change you want to see in Jamaica means coming up with creative solutions to keep them here so they can be part of that growth. But I think that the economy can't just be a matter of us pointing to low level, essentially low skill jobs that are moved to Jamaica, not because they are great for Jamaica, but that they're cheap for whoever wants to move those jobs here. So considering that, I also think that it's important that any discussion in the economy cannot evade crime and corruption. That it eats out the very safety that people feel to stay here. Many of my colleagues have moved to other Caribbean countries or to other places, and I as well am barred in different countries because walking on the road in Jamaica, doing business in Jamaica requires paying off somebody for something and paying off somebody for your own safety and security. Those things eat out our ability to have great macroeconomic conversations about the development of Jamaica's economy when basics on the ground have yet to be dealt with.